Hello YouTube and fellow resellers, my name is Kevin, the Stoic Reseller, and I'm back at you with a What's Sold, something I haven't done in many months. I would like to ask my viewers one thing. Help me get to that 1,000 subscriber count. That'd be a great Christmas present. I'm going to be working pretty much double time to try to get there. I'm going to be altering the channel slightly to a more educational approach. So I'm still going to show you what I'm doing as I'm thrifting. If you ever watch those, my Goodwill doesn't allow me to record inside the store very much. I have to do it very discreetly, so I just would choose not to do it. I don't want to get banned, as I would imagine most of you guys wouldn't. But I'm also going to do these what solds. I might start doing them weekly, and just kind of showing you a little bit of every category that has sold. Okay, so for now, this is going to be a lot of, well, it's going to be the entire month of November, but I'm going to show you a lot of the really good stuff. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Remember to like, subscribe, share my videos, all that jazz, and let's jump into it. So the first category I want to show you is blazers. This is a category that a lot of people have started highlighting on their channels. Some really more prominent YouTubers. I have my disagreements with them. I do not believe they focus on the correct ones and are leading people down the wrong paths. Something I have highlighted in my how to sell these categories video is you want to look for the more modern pieces, things that feel really nice. Let's highlight a couple of these, okay, guys? So the first one here is Ermenegildo Zegna. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let's just call it Zegna. It's just a worsted wool Super 100s. This was a not a overly modern piece per se, but it had the brand, which was important. It had the material, which is important, and it was a good size. Okay, so going back, here's Ted Baker. Ted Baker is a very mediocre brand outside of their professional wear. I've noticed that their blazers and ties do really well. And I will show you a tie later on in this video. So here's the first one. You can see it looks more modern. The feel was really nice. Made in Portugal. So yeah, you can see here. Add in all those measurements. Here we go. Ted Baker London. There's two Ted Bakers. There's Ted Baker London and Ted Baker Endurance. Ted Baker Endurance is a no-go. Do not buy it. The sell-through rate is absolutely terrible. A lot of times too, what you can see is you see how the lining has like a jacquard pattern, which is like the sewn in floral. That's another key attribute. And the reason you want to get into this category is not for the sell-through rate. That's one thing I really want to explain about this category and the tie category. It's not about sell-through rate. These are items that will enhance your store. They have a higher than average buy cost, or buy cost here. So my buyers are paying $43.53 plus shipping, $40 plus shipping, $60 plus shipping. So the cost is really good if you can find the right pieces. The thing that you really want to be careful with, though, is you will sit on these for typically longer than 90 days. There are very few items in this category that have a 100% sell-through rate. So if you're looking for an item that is 100% sell-through rate, this is not the category for you. The last is a brand I doubt many of you have heard. It's called Ibiza, or Ibiza, or I don't know. But it was a seersucker one. You can see here, this right here, this half-constructed blazer, or deconstructed, I think is what they call it, is another interesting, like, telltale sign that it might be worth something. You can see this is considered double vented. There's your logo. I tried to show the pattern here. It was really hard. For some reason, my camera was wigging out. You can see it had some stretch to it. But yeah, overall, really good item there. Those are the three that sold on eBay. I will go over a little bit on Poshmark. So let's move forward here. Let's go ties. And you can see, oh, not plural. All right, so we had 14 neckties that sold this last month. That is a very high amount, considering there's a lot of people also who are starting to get into this category. And I really want to emphasize the fact that you need to know what the heck you're doing. Again, the same people who are propagating the blazers and showing you which ones to pick up are not emphasizing the fact that you really need to be careful with picking up ties. Ties, it goes brand first, style second, and then keywords, okay? So there's a bunch of stuff that goes into selling ties at a high rate. I have less than 50 ties listed, and I'm selling at minimum 10 per month. So it's just another category that just adds that little bit of extra to your account, and you can get, a couple $100 a month if you're diligent at finding these. So I want to share a couple key points with this. The first point is this Fashionable. It is a very terrible brand outside of this. This is the only item I have ever found from this brand that has sold well. These square tip knit ties are a bolo. These are the very few items in this category that have probably over 100% sell-through rate, and it really does not matter what brand it is. So you can see here 100% silk. Here's the brand. And yeah, you can see I just include the measurements. This sold very, very quickly. You can see it sold, I started on the 18th and it sold on the 20th. Here's Corneliani. This took a long time to sell, but again, Corneliani is a good brand. This had an amazing pattern. This is something that when I was working in the professional business, this is something I would have definitely jumped at the opportunity to wear. You can see it. I reset it on the 10th. No, actually, it just took a few days. So 10, I was getting this mixed up, I guess. So 10 to the 13th. Vineyard Vines is another really decent tie brand, as well as other aspects of this brand are good. This one was just I got $25 for it. You're not going to get that very often with this brand in terms of its ties. But you can see, very on theme, right? We have Christmas themed. It wasn't new with tags or nothing. Didn't take very long to sell. Here's a Brooks Brothers rep tie. Now, a couple things here. I got $24.72. I believe I had this price for $30 because I believe it's new with tags. Let's see. No, it's not. I forget why. Oh, this was a part of a reset, so hence the weird price there. Normally this would be priced at $24.97. Guys, the one thing you need to understand, Brooks Brothers with this pattern, it's striped and rigid lines like this is considered a rep tie, R-E-P-P. I sell the crap out of these. $25. These barely sit in my store longer than 30 days. Here is a Zegna tie. You need to buy every Zegna tie you see in good shape. You can see here's Zegna. My standard price for Zegna is $25. However, if it's the Quindici, you could go up to $500 on those ties depending on the style. If it's got a designer, like this one was this Patek Philippe. Let's look here. 2006. Where does it say that at? Right here. This Patek Philippe commanded a little bit higher price. I had it listed for $30, sold for $25. Here's just a very basic tie, right? Zegna, light blue with this right here. Sold really quickly, accepted an offer. Robert Talbot, best of class. Now, you're going to see some people talk a lot about this brand, and something I really want to really focus on without going too much in depth is only buy the rep ties and if it states extra long on the tie. Now you can see this was a beautiful pattern. This is something that, again, I would have worn. But you see where it says extra long? That's very important. That means the tie is over 60 inches long, and these will command a higher price and typically a much, much faster sell-through rate. You can see I got $24.72. Very, very good tie. Here's another Vineyard Vines one. This one was new with tags. This sold actually right near the election, so that was pretty cool. As far as Brooks Brothers go, I do buy every Brooks Brothers tie that I can find, as long as it's $5 and below. My standard price is typically $20. If it's a rep tie, $25. If it's new, $30 plus. So it just depends on what it is. I mean, you can see Brooks Brothers here. This one was just a Paisley abstract one. Polo Ralph Lauren is another tie brand that I buy every single one under $5. I sell them at $19.97, and I'll take an offer typically $17 to $20. Here's another Polo Ralph Lauren, $20. You're not going to get rich selling these, but it's great to just add that little bit of extra to your sourcing pattern, a little bit extra to your sales. These have sold very consistently as long as you buy the correct ones. Obviously, here's Donald Trump. I do not care what you think of the man. His ties still do really well at around $15 to $20. Next, let's do pants. Let's see, what do I have that's under jacket? Let's see what I got. All right, so I was very fortunate enough. I did find a Filson Mackinac cruiser jacket. Men's small, in excellent condition though. This was the Alaska fit. If it was not the Alaska fit, it would have sold for more. But this sold within a few days, and I listed it for $250 and accepted an offer of $225. Relwyn, guys. This even had like a little flaw on the arm. This actually sold twice. The first guy, the arms were too short. The second time it sold, and I haven't heard nothing from the buyer. I don't even think I got feedback. But here's the logo. It's like this bird. This is an amazing brand. I do not find it very regularly, so just if you see it, it's almost always worth it. You can see, what did I accept? So it was listed for $150. The person who bought it paired it with this because I have a 20% off 2 or more. So he got it. I sold it for like $125 or something like that. Chalkline, just a vintage jacket. San Diego Chargers, they're doing really good. Climb is a new brand to me. This is the first time I've ever found it. It's a motorcycle brand, and there's the logo for you. Sold very quickly for $43.97. Taylor Stitch. This is just a denim Sherpa line. Taylor Stitch is a great brand. If you've never heard of it, here is the logo. The brand itself has fallen off. It used to be well over 100% sell-through rate on every item. Now it's not so much because people are buying it and reselling it at a more frequent rate. But I still buy every single piece. And I mean, even the shirts typically can command about $30 plus. The pants about $40-ish, depending on the style. Both of these jackets here, I had found a huge lot on eBay, a bulk lot from someone. It was All Mountain Hardware, Prana, and Free Fly. And these two jackets sold very quickly. I paid $600 plus like $100 shipping for, it was like 60 items, I think it was. So it was like $14 an item, but I've already made my money back and I still have quite a bit to list of it still. And I have another bulk purchase that's just waiting in the wings to get listed again. So from the same person. I was very, very fortunate. This will be I'm slowly building the Nike video, guys. I know I promised it for months now, but this will be in there. This is the Sakai NRG. It looks really crazy. Typically when it comes to Nike, if it looks weird, it's most likely worth it. I've sold this exact sweater twice. So sold it for nearly $50. Lululemon, Sundance, Athleta, Cool, LL Bean. Again, don't overlook Nike stuff, guys. And this is just a very basic running jacket. This will be also in my Nike video where I discuss what is good and what isn't, or how to spot it. So there you go. Some good jackets from going into the season here. Next, we'll do shirts. Let's do shirts, and then we'll do pants. Well, it's got to be. I forget. It's based on title, guys. All right, where are we at here? We're at 15 minutes. There we go. All right, so we sold 103 things with the title shirt. Here's an Orvis Tech Chambray. Really good item. Orvis is great. Here's that Taylor Stitch I was telling you. If you can find out the exact style name, you can command it a lot more. This was the Yosemite Chamois flannel shirt. Sold for $45. A local store of mine was having some super discounts on some high-end outdoor clothing. So Faherty's is one of them. This was the Cloud Cotton Henley. I'm actually wearing that right now. It is ultra soft. It feels super nice. I bought probably 6 of these, I want to say, and they all sold very quickly. I paid about $18 a piece, and they all sold between $45 and $55. Here's a brand that maybe you guys don't know as well. This is Citron, or I think it's Citron. Santa Monica. This used to be a major bolo 2 years ago, and it was like an extreme bolo when I first started reselling. It has since slowly starting to die off. It is mainly a women's brand, so be cautious with the women's. It's Japanese-inspired clothing, 100% silk. You can see here, it has a really pretty design, pretty awesome. The thing that you need to know is the men's does significantly better than the women's at this point. And you can see I got $42. It's sold pretty quickly too. And I mean, sold in November, out of season. Scotty Vest doesn't take an introduction. This was just the TEC snap front security shirt. Just a new tag Nike piece I got at a Goodwill. Sold really quick. 7 Diamonds 4-way stretch. If you guys are not picking these up, you need to be picking these up. I've been finding these very frequently, and they sell between $30 and $35 within a month. So I think a lot of you guys, you know, you hear a lot of people talk about the golfing brands and how right now it's out of season, yada, yada, yada. I list golf, specifically its polos, yearly, or all year round. I guess is the better way to say that. J. Lindeberg used to be on the same tier as Citron. Used to be a major bolo. Not so much anymore. It's still got a really good following, and you can still get decent money for their items. You can see here I got about $40, $37.22 plus shipping for this item. Obviously, it's got a wild pattern. His typical polos I price at $30. And something to do with these guys is you gotta want to look on the tag, the material tag, and right here it tells you exactly what the item is. This is the Clark Print Slim Fit TX jersey. You want to include that in your title. Grayson, you guys know exactly what this brand is. It's got this wolf. This one was really nice. It had the all over wolf pattern. Men's small. There's a tag for you. I got $35 for that. Here's an interesting item I've never seen before and haven't seen since. It is Tommy Bahama patchwork Hawaiian shirts. I've never seen them. I saw this. I got it at a very reasonable price. These have a very strong sell-through rate, and I got it for $32.89. Flax, another good brand. Patagonia, Nike. This will be in my my Nike video. Here's another one of those lots from the lot that I bought. Here's a long sleeve 4-way stretch, some smart wool. Robert Graham still sells pretty well. You want to look for the crazy patterns. You want to look for different, like the bigger sizes. Some vintage LL Bean. Lululemon doesn't take, I had someone ask me a while back, does Lululemon still sell for me? It sells all day long. I have a lot of it listed. The problem is if you are against promoted listings, it's probably not a brand for you anymore. It's an easy pass. If you are willing to promote the item, I promote all my items at 8.4%. You should pick it up. It's a promoted brand. It's that, It's that saturated. Todd Schneider, a brand that I buy almost everything in. Raleigh Denim. I've found these shirts. It's mainly they're known for their denim, but their shirts do pretty good too. I want to highlight this, guys. This is All Saints. All Saints is a brand that used to be really good. Excuse me. And it has since fallen off significantly. But you want to look stuff up, guys. So on the modern All Saints, you'll see here, Ridgewood long sleeve shirt. You want to see if it's modern first, which will have that. And then you can look up the specific style name to see the current sell-through rate. This has a very strong sell-through rate, hence I bought it. I think I had it listed for $35 and it sold for $28.47. Not too shabby. I'm just trying to look through here, see if there's anything. Viore, here's a brand that I've highlighted before, Callaway. And, you know, there's a lot of people that poop on this brand. I got $26.57. 2XL floral, can't beat it. I get these shirts for like $7, $8 and below. And if you're not picking it up, hey, it's your loss, guys. I don't know what else to say. Those who say they can't get sales, they're not picking that up. I guarantee it. Here's another Under Armour. Who's out here picking up Under Armour? I don't see any of the major resellers picking up Under Armour anymore. Stormy Cromer is a new brand to me. Just remember that. You got some Viore, Area FR shirts, some Lululemon, Patagonia, William Murray. I mean, the list goes on, guys. Buttercloth's still selling for me. Icebreaker's still selling for me. Faherty's still selling for me. Those are just some highlights. What do we get? Oh, we got another sale. Today's been pretty okay, mediocre. But let's, I'm just curious if I do the total, which good ones did I miss? Wait, why did it, that is, okay, let's try this. I guess, what is happening? Why is that not doing what it's supposed to do? Do you guys see that? Yeah, it is straight not doing what it's supposed to do. I don't know. Maybe it's looking at each item. Oh, here's a huge lot of Columbia, guys. Silver Ridge items. I'm told that Columbia doesn't sell. And I got 4 shirts for $76.22. 32 Bar Blues, Roan, Marine Layer, Patagonia, LL Bean, Columbia, Carbon, Cobalt still selling. This is a brand that I'm really cool on right now. I'm not overly excited to find it. If I can get it on half off days, I'll grab it if it's under $5, 5 and under. Bonobos is kind of like that. I will probably do a video on Bonobos because it's one of my slowly favorite brands at the moment. And then I'll include David Donahue on that too. Here's Craft and Burrow, the quick dry shirts. Yeah, so there's that. I don't want to go too in depth with the shirts, guys. We'll go into shoes next, and then my last category I want to share is pants. Let's see here. Shoe. Yeah, okay. So I apparently only sold 4 pairs of shoes last month. What if I put shoes? Hold on. I know. Highly. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. But Rothy's are still selling for me. I find them sparingly, about once every other week. Typically, you can ask anywhere between $35 and $45, and if it's a discontinued color, you sometimes can ask a lot more. Here is these. If you watch my videos and stuff that I found, these are those prototype shoes, the Bowerman prototype. You can see there. These sold okay. I honestly didn't have much to go on. I priced them high. Still got $45. Zero. These shoes, you should be picking up all Zero shoes, guys. This brand is just ridiculously good. There's your logo. And then if you ever want to find out the inside, it tells you right there what the item is. And the last one is some Solomons. Okay. So you're going to see a pants sale, and you're going to be like, what in the hell? And it's right here. Let's look at it. This is Blue Water Defense. The only reason I looked this up, so I am not that great at military tactical gear. You know, obviously I look up 511. I look up, Vertex. Is it Vertex? No, it's what's that brand? There's a brand, another tactical brand that's really good. But anyways, this is Blue Water Defense. This is the Underway BDU Combat Cargo Pant. If you want, please look it up. This may sound ridiculous, because it sounded ridiculous to me, but there's none of these available, and almost, if you do the product research, you can see it sells within this range. almost as soon as it's listed. So this was in my store for literally 8 hours. Sold with this and something else. The guy bought some Duluth pants I've had, got the 20% off. So, I mean, he saved about, I think it was a max of $100. So he got it for $449.97. And I bought these for $13. So, there you go, guys. Let's see here. Some other highlights. Aloe still sells. Not as good as it once did. I still buy almost all of it. Here's Athleta, guys. Athleta still sells amazing for me. I sell it nearly every day or every other day. Prana still sells really well. The only things I'm really picking up, like pant-wise, is the men's stretch Zion pants. They have another one, too, that's not too bad. I can't remember the name. I never find them. That's whatever. But in women's, the Hail pant does really well, and some of their joggers can do really well. I think the summer jogger is really good. The Hail jogger's decent. So you can see here, this lady bought 4 pairs of mine. So that was a good sale. Spanx. This is a brand right now that I used to buy everything in. Now I would recommend only buying the wide leg stuff, or they have like a denim that does really well as well, and there's a couple other items. So just do your research with this. If you're ever curious, just open up Google, and you see this 20264. That is the style code. The R stands for regular because this does come in short and long sizes. So just a caveat to there. Mountain Hardwear. These were just some compression tights. These were the stretch tight for men. Sold pretty quick. I think I had them listed for $22, $21.97. Not too bad. Athleta, Adriano Goldschmied. These had some issues to them. Figs. This is the Tansen jogger for men. Now the men's don't sell very well. I've come to find out. More Athleta, Figs, Aloe Yoga, Patagonia, Athleta. You see what I'm saying, guys? Athleta sells so incredibly well for me. And I know the brand, when you look it up, it isn't very good. You just can't pay a lot for it, and you just list it. I list all of my Athleta nearly at $30. There are some that are just very good. Let's see. I passed one up here. It's the Endless High Rise. This one had a hole in it, but the Endless High Rise you can ask almost, I think, $45 for. Let's get back. See if I see anything. Some Roan commuter pants, still so good. More Athleta. The Trekkie Cargo. Bonobos. Here's, again, I'm going to highlight Bonobos in a video soon. This is the off-duty pant. I'm sure everyone sees Bonobos everywhere you go. There you go. Here's Peter Manning. Mac Weldon still sells decent for me. We got Figs. We got Athleta. More Athleta. No Bull. It should be a no-brainer to buy. Mountain Hardwear, the Dynama pant. This will be in an upcoming video of my top 10 brands I am looking forward to continue to buy in 2025. So keep on the lookout for that. You got Athleta. John G, here's a new brand. I don't think many of you know about this brand. It is currently sold at REI and is a pretty decently high-end brand. There's their logo. Sorry. Oh, here you go. There's your logo. Very unassuming. Where's... Oh, I didn't take a picture of the other one. So, womp womp. Let's see. Anything else to note? There's some Nike, Outer Known. Cool, still good. Adidas Terex is really the only thing. Here's some Under Armour. Bunch more Cool. Title 9 is another one of those brands that'll be in that list coming up. So there you go, guys. There's some really high-end stuff. And the last... Oh, that was the last, I think. Let's see. Did I sell any hats? Let's look. Oh, I did sell 2 hats. Wounded Warrior for about $17.57. That was pretty cool. And this Nike Japan strapback hat sold for $24.72. Did I sell any belts? No. Or let's take the S off. I think I did sell a belt last month. Nope. Okay, so let's go to Poshmark. Here is all my sales. So we'll kind of do it again. Blazers. I just want to show you how many blazers I'm moving. 1 on Poshmark. So that's 4 total for the month of November. Ties. Here's 3 more. Pendleton, Gianni Versace, obviously, and more Brooks Brothers. Okay. Let's see. Let's do shoes. Let's just work backwards. I sold 3 pairs of shoes on Poshmark. This lady gave me a 4 out of 5. You should see the comment. It's so stupid. But Allbirds, these the tree breezers are like the only ones I buy from Allbirds. It's Zero, Vessi. Vessi's a good brand. Let's see here. Did I sell a belt? Nope. Let's see here. Did I sell a hat? Sold 1 hat, Paul and Shark Yachting. Anyone hear of that brand? That is becoming almost the keyword old money. That sold really quickly too for $21. Let's see here. Now let's look at jackets. Let's see here. LL Bean jacket for Packaway for $40, an Ibex, and this Coats of London, which was brand new. This was a very odd item. I'm like, the only reason I looked at it, I'll explain to you why I looked at this, and it's only because I've seen. Let's see here. Do I have a picture of that tag? No, not really. This tag right here. This one right here. I saw it on a very high-end Under Armour jacket a couple years back and haven't seen it since. But I knew that this meant it was high quality. They pay a lot of money to be in this foundation. And so, yeah. And believe it or not, if you see Coats of London, as odd as it may look, buy it. It's even used, these do really well. So and then let's look at shirts. No, you're not gonna. Well, I guess you are gonna find shirt. Their search is a little bit less, huh? Here's some Alex Mill, Lululemon, Built, still sells pretty solid for me. Smart Wool, Mizzen and Maine still does really well for me. I priced them at $30. I know a lot of people don't. Free Fly, that was part of that bulk order. Sims does well. Here's some Vineyard Vines. Nike ACG, really strong. Yeah, just really good stuff. Obviously, Viore, here's Vineyard Vines, Tommy Bahama, Patagonia. You guys have all heard these brands before. And let's look at pants. Here's Viore, obviously, right? Here's the Taylor Stitch, Mac Weldon, Prana, J. Crew, Travis Matthews. You guys should be hearing something very common, right? That these are all stuff that you've most likely come across. We come across Travis Matthews all the time. We come across J. Crew all the time. The goal of my channel moving forward is showing you specifically what in these very common brands sell and sell well. Okay? And we're going to review my sales most likely weekly moving forward so I can share the insights and you can get better at thrifting and sourcing and having a better time at reselling, because if you're anything like me right now, sales are very sluggish for some reason. Must just be the season. Q4 you would think more, but it is what it is, guys. I'm still right at goal. I'm almost right there, but I'm not. So, but anyways, and here's the last brand I'm going to highlight in this video. This is called Rabbit. This is also another REI brand, and this is a brand that I have more just recently started picking up. I used to see it all the time. I didn't know where it came from. I thought it was just like a Costco brand. And this is, when you source, this is the one thing I want to leave you guys on. I know this video is kind of long. We're moving into almost 35 minutes. When you're sourcing, if you see a brand and you've never heard of it, just take the minute to look it up. Don't get stagnant in your sourcing habits. This is a brand that I got stagnant in my sourcing habits. And I was having a really rough day in the thrift store. Wasn't meeting my goal. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm looking this up. And you'd be pleasantly surprised. I mean, I got $25. I've had now 4 items, I believe, of this brand. And they have not stayed in my store very long. Probably within 3 or 4 days max. All of it. And then there's also another brand I'm going to highlight too. You can see here I've sold a lot of shorts last month. I sell shorts all year round. But it's this brand here, Outdoor Voices. This is a little bit lower of a, not as high end as like Cool or Patagonia. But it is also sold at REI. You can also find it elsewhere, I believe, like at a Scheels or some other outdoor sporting good places. But this isn't a good example. Oh, yeah, right there. There's your logo. Very good brand. don't discredit it because you just did a basic search. Try to do your research on it. Try to find exactly what it is. Look at the sell-through rate. What can you get for it? What should you pay for it? So, but guys, that was just a brisk overview of what sold last month. I'm highlighting, remember, I highlighted basically how to sell blazers, ties, what jackets are currently selling, what shoes I'm picking up, shorts, pants, shirts, all of it's still selling. It's just a matter of picking them up, doing our research, doing our due diligence as clothing resellers, and doing what is right. So, guys, thank you so much if you made it this far. Let me know of one brand that you learned today, and please help me get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. But remember, until next time, guys, rule the day.